Welcome back. This is going to be part 2 of exposing the funded trader. There's been some updates, not just with me personally. Andrew NFX has just come out with a video today explaining that he also has been banned by the funded trader, and him being a more public figure than I am, has received multiple correspondence from other profitable traders that have had funded accounts with the funded trader who've also been sandbagged, just like I have, with no direct reason as to why. Also, he goes over in his video his portfolio, where he breaks down his 6.7 million in prop firm funding. Most of these prop firms I haven't heard of, nowhere near as well known as the funded trader. A couple of them are. But he said something in the video which I believe to be true at this point, and the matter of the fact is that once you become as somewhat like as big as he is, they will ban you. And there's a theory I have on this, although there is a loophole. My theory is that if I'm a prop firm and I've got a bunch of funded traders, there's only going to be maybe 2 or 3 who are performing the best that I actually hook up a trade copier to. Everyone else then becomes a liability because you're paying them out and not getting anything in return at that point. So what do? You ban them. And you don't give them a reason. So at least that's the theory. So anyway, moving on. Where does that leave us? Well, the 3 100k accounts I've got with MyFundedFX, one of them has reached the funded stage. Now, unfortunately, I did close a trade on Thursday that ended up being quite a big risk to reward, 1 to 4. Could have been a lot worse, but 1 to 4 is a bit of a big deal. Especially, once the account starts to dwindle and draw down, you want that 4% to push you back to give you that, buffer before the account, reaches its max drawdown. So that's with one of the 100k accounts. The other 2 are in phase 2. One of them is about to bite the dust. It's in about drawdown of 7%. And the other one is in a profit of 1%. So that might reach the funded stage. We'll have to wait and see. And those are the only 3 prop firm challenges I'm undertaking at the moment, and they're all with MyFundedFX on DXTrade using a trade copier. And the other update is I've begun a DarwinX account. That's 3 weeks in. It was at a peak of about 4% profit. It's come back to about 3% now. And it is in the silver stage. I don't know what the rating is, but I know you need a rating of 75 to get your first 30,000 euros in capital allocation. And I want to make something very clear. What DarwinX is they claim that they hook you up with third-party investors, and as you perform over time, you get more money from these investors, more capital allocation. From the profits you make, you only keep 15%. Now, 15% is some dog shit in my opinion, but I guess that kind of showcases that prop firms are just casinos, and they don't want profitable traders, because prop firms are giving you 80, 90, even 100% of your profits. So 15% trash, but it's another avenue. And I like the competition aspect. I like to see how I'm performing against other people. So we'll jump into that in a second. But I feel like DarwinX is legitimate. and unfortunately the reason is because their profit split is so low. So the last avenue will be my own personal funded account. Obviously, I'd want at least $100,000 before I start that. But obviously I'll be making a video when that happens as well. So without further ado, let's jump into the email correspondence. My last correspondence with the Funded Trader. We'll check the MFF, my Funded FX accounts, and the DarwinX account. So I'm going with a new software this time, OBS Studio. I believe that's what most people use. I don't really know. I don't really care for any of the recording shit. But it does make me look more professional. I got the little webcam in the corner, all that good shit. But anyway, let's dive into the email correspondence that I have with the Funded Trader. This is following the refund, which I acknowledge has been received. However, I was denied my sixth payout and then banned from doing business without a clear reason. I believe I'm entitled to one, so I haven't violated any of the terms or policies that they seem to think I have. And they go on to say, after a careful review of the trading data, our team has determined that deviation from acceptable trading metrics on the trader level suggests suspicious and irregular behavior, which is non-replicable within live market conditions. Don't know what that means. I've been over this. All I trade is the live market conditions. What does that even mean? Someone explain it to me, please. With the risk this poses in mind, we regret to inform you that it's been removed from our platform. We apologize, but in order to protect our proprietary information, we are unable to disclose the exact deviations and metrics we use to reach this decision. We wish you the best of luck in your trading endeavors. Blah, blah, blah. Go suck a dick. So, I've been over this. I have my theories on what's really going on with the Funded Trader. Whether they, address this formally, nobody, it remains to be seen. And me personally, even if they were to unban everybody, I don't know why you would go back. So, moving on, my Funded FX, where we currently are with them. This is, when was my first video? This is about 3 weeks, a month later or something like that. So, this is one of the phase 2 accounts. As you can see, it was halfway to being passed. Has pulled back since, just under 1% in profit. So that's that account. This is the other phase 2 account. So you can see 5% target, almost made it, and unfortunately has pulled back 10%. Is what it is. Probably will bite the dust and end up being breached. That's just the way it goes sometimes with these accounts. You just don't know which one is going to give you a payout, and if so, how many payouts. And the others, you just have to buy a new challenge. That's another thing. If my Funded FX is watching this, you should be able to hide. Imagine how many. It's just imagine how many accounts you're going to end up having, especially if they're keeping the ones that fail, and there's a new account for each phase. The Funded Trader, they had the ability to hide the accounts that you no longer need. So if someone's watching this from my Funded FX, if you could put that in there, that'd be very helpful. So this is the funded account. As you can see, no profit target. Was at a high of $300. If, like I said before, I hadn't cancelled or closed that trade on Thursday, this high watermark would have been closer to 1-2%. Unfortunately, I did, and I only have myself to blame for that. And it is in 5% drawdown, thereabouts, or a little over 4%, but whatever, same thing. And that's the current situation. I did receive an email saying that there is a payout date coming up. Unfortunately, I don't think I will be able to get it by then. We'll see if this account ends up biting the dust without a payout, or if it turns around and I'm able to get my first payout. I don't think I'll be making a video, you know, for every payout I get. That'd just be stupid. It's more so if they have done multiple payouts and I get max funding or something like that, or if they, do some shady shit like the funded trade I have, and I can make a video addressing that, not just for you guys, but also for myself. Unfortunately, that's where prop firms are, or have forced me to go at this point, is to create an online presence so that they actually feel more pressure to do the right thing. At the end of the day, it all comes down to making money, and like I said, I have my theories on the matter, but I'm pretty sure unless you're literally the first, second, third best trader in the world, they probably end up banning you at the end of the day. So we'll see. Hopefully, if that is the case, then nobody ends up doing business with them and they go out of business altogether. But moving on, we have the Darwin-X account. This was started at the start of the month, it seems. I didn't realize it's already been like 20 days. But for some reason, the numbers are a bit off on the dashboard. If I come over to the actual account, you can see it's reflecting 2.32% when really it's closer to 3%. It was at a high of 4%, but it's pulled back since. So this should really be up here, but I don't know. Don't know what's up with that. Anyway, you can see my position in the silver program. They have silver and gold. To reach gold, you've got to make a profit of 20% on the account, and I've got to receive a rating of 75 to get my first 30k in allocated capital. So yeah, that's we'll see how that goes. And I mean, I don't know what other content to really do with this YouTube channel. The only reason I made it is because the funded trader sandbagged me. Hopefully I can post some good things about these prop firms. I will say one thing I like about MyFundedFX is that when you pass a phase, they give you your account details pretty much instantly. That can be a benefit or a detriment. The reason being that when I was trading with the funded trader, they would take usually a day to review the account, and then they would give you the credentials for the new account. Now, it's a good thing because those setups that you would have taken could all be losses, and you would have dodged a lot of negative drawdown on the new account had you received it instantly, like you do with MyFundedFX. But the detriment is that those trades that you could have taken in that 24-hour period could have also been positive trades. and that would have, by the time you received the new account, you've already missed out on, like, 4% or something, whatever it might be, even passing the second phase. So that's one thing I do like about MyFundedFX. I think it's better. It's better to, in my opinion, to receive the account and then just incur a bunch of losses, rather than not receive the account and then just see it pass the second phase, and you couldn't do anything about it because you hadn't received the new account details. That feels worse to me than taking a couple of losses at first. The reason being is that because when you know you've got a profitable strategy, you know you're eventually going to incur profits. It's when you incur them, but because of some external reason you couldn't actually place the trades, it feels a lot worse than taking losses. At least that's the way I see it and how I feel about it. But, so that's yeah, one good thing I like about MyFundedFX. But hey, I mean, if they continue to pay me out, it's all good news from here, and that's the current situation. So yeah, if you guys want something, then let me know, and if I feel like I could do a video on it, then I will. Otherwise, till the next one. Cheers.